Last Friday, I was lucky enough to go on Tron during the cast member previews. So I figured I'd just share my experience with you and let you know what I thought. But before I get into that, I just want to say a quick thank you and shout out to Tommy and Stacy of Living the Magic. They're a great channel. They do a lot of vlogs. They do live streams every week. So be sure to check them out, and thanks again for inviting me. So first I'm going to talk about the queue and the atmosphere there. We went at nighttime, which was absolutely stunning. Just the colorful blue lights, the canopy all being all lit up. I think nighttime is when this attraction really shines. And one of the other great things about the queue is as you're walking up the hill to go on the ride, you walk right in the middle. So you're right in the middle of the action with the train whizzing right by you. And you can just hear everybody having fun, shouting and screaming. So there's a couple of more things I want to point out before we get into the queue. One, there is restrooms up at the top, which I think is really nice. I didn't even think that they would add that, but with the expected wait times, I'm glad to see that they did. There is a lot of good places to get great photos. I mean, there was one area right near the bathrooms where you can actually see the train, the bikes coming right at you. So, you gotta really get your cameras ready, your phones ready to take those photographs. I really enjoyed that. And the other thing is that I didn't know, I stayed away from a lot of spoilers, is, the canopy just looks just plain white from afar. I don't know how it looks during the day when you're up close, but when I was there, it was designed. There were designs on there. It looked like it was like a full electrical grid, so to speak, electronics. But they really went all out with the theming. It's not just white. It looks spectacular. I can't say enough about how colorful and just how bright the lights are in the atmosphere there. So the queue does start outside. There are plenty of umbrellas for the parts are outside. So they kind of learned from when they first opened up Slinky Dog when there were no umbrellas. So that's good. And when you enter the show building itself, it is open because you're not completely in the building. But it seems like it's going to be nice and cool in there because they did have 3 giant fans along the top. So when we were there Friday night, it was probably, I'd say in the 70s, low 70s. And there was some good air pumping through there, right? The fans were generating a lot of air. It was nice and cool. It felt like the AC was running outside. So that was nice. And then you start getting into the theming of Tron, like you're getting ready to go into the grid. They have the blue neon lights everywhere. They have designs of getting ready to go on the Tron bike itself. So that kind of got me pumped up and was getting excited and get ready to get on the ride. And the theme just continues once you get into the show building itself. I mean, that first room, there's like a quick pre-show. It's probably about 15-20 seconds long. And I'll just warn you, I'm going to put the footage in of what that was like. So if you don't want spoilers, just skip ahead about 20-30 seconds. But they did a great job where they start introducing you to go into the grid, and then you just hear like a boom, and then you just see it. And I'm not going to say what you see. Just watch this clip right here.
Users, prepare to be digitized into the world of Tron.
Team Blue.
So once you get through that room, right, you go around, you're going around the launch area, which is really fascinating to see. And I really can't describe what that was like and how exciting it was to see that take off from, you're up above and you're just watching these people on bikes just getting ready to take off in a flash. So that was fun. And then, you go, once you get through that, you're in another room where through switchbacks, probably like 4 switchbacks. And I wouldn't say there was a lot to see, but there is, right? It's hard for me to describe it. There's like no animatronics or anything like that, but just how they designed the queue, you know, just that blue lighting everywhere. They get like discs on the ceiling as, you know, covering the lights. They kind of talk you through about Tron and how you're entering the grid and, you know, how you're going to get into this race. So things to kind of keep you occupied, but I think it's visually mesmerizing. I just found myself just constantly looking around, really thinking, here I am, I'm in the Tron movie itself. I'm going to play this Tron game. So I just found that exciting, especially, you know, thinking about the original Tron movie itself. Before you get to the loading station, you pass all these lockers. So you need, if you have a bag, you're gonna obviously have to put it in the locker. So to find a free locker, keep in mind they're double-sided. You put it in on one area, you're gonna pull stuff out when you get off the ride. They will be lit up, and if I remember correctly, they were that neon blue if they were free. If they were in use, there was no light at all. And you just use your magic band to open up the free locker, and then you just kind of put all your stuff in there and kind of go on your way. So one of the things that I was reading a lot online was people being able to fit on the bike. I think there was a lot of issues. I'm 6'3", a little over 200 pounds. So I was worried height-wise, what was it going to be? Was I going to be comfortable? And I was comfortable. There's some tips I found out. I mean, I did go on it twice. So your legs, there is a shin guard. So once you get in, you have your shins on the shin guard. Being tall, I would push your feet back as far as you can go. That was the best comfortable position for me. And I still did not feel that bar. I had plenty of clearance. I had to lift up my calves before I could feel it, and I think I had that much room there. The back comes down on you. It's kind of similar to Flight of Passage, but one thing we did learn is it does not lock in. So when you get on the ride, you're on the bike, and then you push the thing close to you, but you can also sit up. And my recommendation is, first time I went on it, I kind of stayed down like a bike, and I had my head up like this, and I was starting to get a sore neck because I'm trying to look around kind of in that position. But with this ride, what you can do is you can actually just pull your whole body up like this, almost like you're sitting straight up. That's what I would recommend to do, especially when you're going to want to look all around, especially in the show building itself. And I talked about the lockers just a minute ago, where you put your bags and stuff in there. But if you have like cell phones, your wallet, and your keys, there is a compartment in front of the bike where you can just lift it up, put all your stuff in there, close it. I tried that the second time, and there was no issues with anything coming even close to falling out. So that is an option for you as well. Before I tell you how much I liked or disliked this ride, I will tell you there is a launch. So it's right at the beginning, similar to Rock and Roll Roller Coaster, and I think I read online it goes up to 60 miles per hour on that takeoff. But I will tell you, the thing is smooth as butter. You wouldn't even know you're on a roller coaster. There is no dips. It goes fast, but you don't even notice it, and you're just going side to side, a little up and down and all around. There's no worries from that perspective. Now, what did I think of the ride? I absolutely loved it. I sat in the back, and then I sat in the very first row. First row was a little more intense, more fun to me, because I felt like I felt the ride a little more. I just felt that intensity, the speed better there than I did in the back. I think it also helped that I get to see everything without people in front of me. But to me, I felt like it was a different ride when I sat in the front. I really loved it when I was in the front. In the back, I still loved it, but I didn't feel like I felt it as much as in the front. The front definitely the place that I'd want to be. Outside, man, it was just great going around, seeing the people in the queue, seeing the people walking, screaming. It was exhilarating. It was so much fun, but it felt like you were only outside for like 2 seconds. It's like, I think it's a little longer than that, but it just felt like 2-3 seconds I was out there. It was like over just like that. And once you get into the show building, it kind of reminded me of like being in Rock and Roll Roller Coaster, where you're going through things and you can see, because it's dark, but you see projections, you see things lit up. So from that aspect, it kind of reminded me of Rock and Roll Roller Coaster. A lot of fun. If there's one thing I didn't like about the ride, is it was over really quick. It really felt like it was really short. I kind of compare it to like Mine Train, where Mine Train to me is short. I don't particularly like Mine Train for that reason. I will not wait in a long line for Mine Train for that reason. So Tron is short, but unlike Mine Train, where it has its breaks, right? It has its lulls. Here, it's just fast-paced throughout. And I would definitely wait in line for this. I mean, I just couldn't get enough of this ride. So I've been asked to compare this to Guardians of the Galaxy. So what do I think of this ride compared to the next newest ride, which is Guardians? And this is just my opinion, and I'm going to be in the minority here. But I liked Tron better than Guardians. It's not that I don't like Guardians. I love Guardians. I think that's my second favorite ride. But for me, the one thing I do not like on rides is spinning, because that really messes with my head. And I do not get that spinning on Tron. Like I went on Tron, my wits were with me, right? I'm not dizzy, I'm not a little woozy, you know. I get off, I can get right on again. With Guardians, because of the spinning, and I don't like the spinning, that plays with my head a little bit, and that's the only reason why I put this ahead of Guardians. And I don't know, I love this ride so much. And one of the other great things about Tron here, I forgot I was in the Magic Kingdom, right? We were there probably for a couple of hours, and I didn't realize that Space Mountain was right there, Tomorrowland, you know, Speedway. Like, you're taken away from all that, you know, all that hustle and bustle. And when we left, we actually got caught in the firework traffic. Fireworks were just over, and then the park was extremely busy, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm back in the Magic Kingdom. Can I go back to Tron? So I really enjoyed. We didn't get to see the store. I think they're still working on it, because again, this is cast member previews. So I'm kind of getting pumped about the merchandise and the possibilities that they could have there. So I think this is a welcome addition to the park. It's probably going to be the hottest attraction there. This is going to be a hit, in my opinion. So I hope this was informal. I hope it gets you excited. I'm excited about going on it again. I can't wait now. I can't wait to bring Meredith, Ronnie, and Madison along. I want to see what they think. And I didn't spoil it for them. They saw the same pictures that you've seen in this video, but I really tried to keep the story and everything away from them, because I want them to enjoy it the first time. Please give this video a big like. It helps us know that you like these types of videos. It helps YouTube, because it will share this video out with others, and if others are interested in Tron and want to know others' opinions, this might help them. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. We have a lot of other Disney, Universal type videos. We do other things around Florida, and we occasionally go live, and we would like you part of our family. So until next time, see you real soon. Bye.